Picture a man who's lost in a maze. That's how I felt in my mid-20s. Consumed by a habit that was slowly taking over my life. It began innocently enough, a teenage curiosity that evolved into a routine. And before I knew it, it was a significant part of my existence. The habit I'm referring to is pornography. It became my go-to during times of stress, boredom, and even out of sheer habit. Its impact was far-reaching, seeping into my relationships, chipping away at my self-esteem and gnawing at my productivity. I found myself feeling disconnected from my partner. My work was taking a hit, and I was constantly embroiled in a battle with guilt and shame. It was like being stuck in a vicious cycle where I was the hamster endlessly running on a wheel but getting nowhere. I knew I had to make a change, not just for myself, but for those I cared about. The road to recovery starts with admitting there's a problem, and that was my first step. The journey towards this turning point wasn't simple. It was a path paved with guilt, denial, and a lot of self-reflection. I had to confront the hard truth that I was not in control, that this habit had taken the reins. And that was tough. It's never easy to admit that something has got the better of you. But in that moment of acceptance, I felt a strange kind of relief. A weight lifted off my shoulders. I was no longer hiding from the problem. I was facing it head on. Then came the second step, sharing my struggle with my partner. It was one of the hardest conversations I've ever had to initiate. For days I rehearsed what I would say, battling the fear of judgment and rejection. The night I chose to speak up, my heart pounded in my chest. As we sat down together, I took a deep breath and began to share my journey. To my surprise, I was met with understanding, not judgment. My partner listened intently, her eyes filled with empathy. She took my hand and assured me that she appreciated my honesty and vulnerability. That moment of connection was incredibly powerful. It reinforced the bond between us and created a new level of trust and intimacy in our relationship. With her support, I felt a renewed sense of strength. We decided to tackle this challenge together. We communicated openly about our feelings, fears, and hopes. We even attended a couples therapy session where we learned valuable tools for supporting each other and building a healthier relationship. The therapist helped us navigate the complex emotions and provided strategies for maintaining open communication. Our relationship grew stronger with each passing day. We made a conscious effort to spend quality time together, engaging in activities that brought us closer. We went on hikes, cooked meals together, and even started a new hobby, ballroom dancing. Each step we took on the dance floor mirrored the steps we were taking in our relationship, learning to move in harmony and support each other. I also became more attuned to her needs and emotions. Without the distraction of porn, I was more present and attentive. I noticed the small things that made her happy and tried to incorporate them into our daily lives. Our intimacy deepened, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. We talked about our dreams, fears, and aspirations, and I felt a sense of connection that I'd never experienced before. In sharing my struggle, I realized that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It allowed me to open up and invite my partner into my journey, transforming a personal battle into a shared path towards healing and growth. Her support became a cornerstone of my resilience, and together we built a foundation of trust and love that continues to thrive. Life after quitting porn is not just about personal fulfillment, but also about enriching my relationship. The journey taught me the power of honesty, the importance of support, and the beauty of deep, meaningful connections. My life is fuller, richer, and more fulfilling, and I'm grateful every day for the strength to make this change and for the unwavering support of my partner. Together, we started researching, looking for resources to help me quit. We found a whole community of people who had walked the same path, who were willing to share their experiences and provide guidance. With my partner's support and the right resources, I was ready to take on this battle. I still remember the day I decided to quit porn. It was a bright Tuesday morning, and I felt an overwhelming sense of determination wash over me. For years, I had been trapped in a cycle that drained my energy, creativity, and sense of self-worth. I knew it was time for a change, and I was ready to reclaim my life. The first few weeks were incredibly challenging. I had to confront the triggers and temptations that had become so deeply ingrained in my daily routine. Each day felt like a battle, but I'd made a promise to myself. I started to replace old habits with new, healthier ones. Exercise became my go-to outlet. I would wake up early every morning, lace up my running shoes and hit the pavement. The fresh air and physical exertion helped clear my mind and strengthen my resolve. Gradually, I noticed changes in my mental state. My focus improved, and I found joy in the little things again. Reading, which had once been a passion, became a favorite pastime once more. I devoured books on self-improvement, psychology, and even fiction that transported me to different worlds. The sense of accomplishment from finishing a book was immensely satisfying. Socially, my life took a turn for the better. Without the constant pull of porn, I was more present in my interactions with friends and family. Conversations became deeper, and I felt a genuine connection with the people around me. I started volunteering at a local community center, mentoring young people who were going through their own struggles. Helping others gave me a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. Professionally, my productivity soared. The mental fog that had plagued me for so long lifted, and I was able to focus on my work with renewed clarity. I took on new projects and challenges with enthusiasm, and my performance at work improved dramatically. My boss noticed the change and even mentioned how impressed she was with my newfound energy and drive. One of the most significant changes was in my relationship with myself. I started practicing mindfulness and meditation, learning to be kinder and more compassionate towards myself. I realized that I didn't need the false escape that porn provided. Instead, I embraced the beauty of the present moment and found peace in simply being. Quitting porn wasn't just about removing something negative from my life, it was about making space for positive, enriching experiences. I rediscovered old hobbies and explored new ones. I took up painting, something I hadn't done since childhood, and found it incredibly therapeutic. Each stroke of the brush was a step towards healing and self-expression. Looking back, I am amazed at how far I've come. My journey wasn't easy, but it was worth every moment of struggle and self-discovery. Life without porn is fulfilling in ways I never imagined. I'm more present, more connected, and more in tune with myself and the world around me. The resilience I built during this journey has become a cornerstone of my strength, and I am proud of the person I have become. The road to recovery wasn't easy, but it was worth it. The journey had its share of challenges, but every step forward was a victory, a testament to my resolve. I learned that addiction in any form is not a sign of weakness, but a human struggle that many of us face. In my case, it was pornography, a habit that had grown into a significant part of my life. It was a crutch I leaned on during times of stress and boredom, and it was damaging my relationships, my self-esteem, and my productivity. But the turning point came when I openly acknowledged this problem and made the decision to change, and change did come. With the support of my partner and the help of resources like AI-powered apps, I started to break the cycle. These tools provided personalized support, daily motivational messages, and a way to track my progress. They were instrumental in helping me reclaim control over my life. The transformation was profound. I found a renewed sense of self-worth and productivity, and my relationships improved. But most importantly, I found freedom from the guilt and shame that had been weighing me down. If you're struggling with a similar issue, remember it's never too late to make a change, and if I can do it, so can you.